The last time we played, several weeks had passed since the riots that inflamed the lower district of Polythreme. Largely, the city has begun to recover, in large part thanks to your group. Despite the issues of dwindling supplies, you were able to provide ample resources and direction, helping Polythreme's outer cities to stabilize under the sudden influx of people streaming in from the lower district. You fortified your support among the masses and that of your actions throughout your continued presence in the following days. And several personal projects began as well during this time. Continued research, the armament of the Dart, and an attempt to make contact with the faction likely responsible for the continued resistance against the lower district's governor. As weeks passed, you made great progress in these projects, particularly as you were approached to meet with the Silver Saint in person. You met and you learned a number of things: the cause of the riot, the truth behind the Silver Construct, and the identity of the Silver Saint, Gromo, none other than one of the beings that make up the Dominion. After an exchange of words, you formed an alliance, agreeing to help dethrone whoever's in control of the silver and returning it to its rightful vessel.
I think we said
You
we'd think about
you were informed it would take them likely a week to get preparations underway for this. And this is where we ended last session, as you turn and move to leave the obsidian room, hundreds of thoughts spinning in your mind. The room in the bowels behind you begins to vanish as you are escorted down the corridors. Black abyss of molten earth and stone fading into the lightlessness of the tunnel. An odd and strange structure underneath the city streets, and yet strangely familiar. Whatever heat caused the earth to melt must have been immense. As you are escorted further out, the one cowled figure leading you turns and stops.
Did you get a text message?
Sorry.
I was instructed to tell you about key preparations. There are a number of steps that require your assistance, or rather, your preparation for the actual assault. We would have hoped to handle some of this ourselves, but there are some resources we have little to no access to. For example, magic. When the assault begins, we will meet at dead of night, at the corner of the quarantine zone. Simultaneously, another fire will start. This time in an empty house. The citizens in that area have long evacuated. He throws a glance close. Nevertheless, the fire and noise will draw the attention of the servers, giving us an opportunity to smuggle in a small group of people undiscovered, among which you will be. The problem we are facing is this. Near the hole lies an entrance to the bowels. Through this tunnel we could bring a number of fighters in support for our eventual attack, but there's a reason this entrance has not been discovered by the servers. It lies under several tons, several feet of rubble and stone. We will need your help to find a way through it, preferably while remaining undiscovered. What awaits us through the hole, I cannot say, and there will be silver constructs, and we will need to be fast, no matter the cost. The moment we are discovered, all the silvers in the city will be swarming towards us. This is the most important thing we'll need: a psychic weapon. The silver will have a core that commands the construct, that moves its reflections throughout the silver and pipe. This is how they control the construct. While the silver constructs are immune to mental attacks like this, the core will not be. It is the only thing that will be able to deal significant damage to him, and we will need to weaken it. The core was described to me as the silver's mind, so we are to prepare for it to fight with the same methods we need to hurt it.
It's not the easiest type of weaponry to come across.
Which is precisely why we've had trouble acquiring any.
Yeah.
Most of the magic items flow through the Emporium or are created by the Forge Master. As you can imagine, it's difficult to try and get our hands on anything, especially when it's to such custom specifications. There is also to consider that perhaps this is on purpose. The Forge Masters could very well be wise enough to not create such weaponry specifically because it could be used against them.
Well, they're not the only ones that can make things.
If there are no further questions, he steps to the side, sort of leading further down the tunnel.
Continue to follow.
Is it the same path back?
Then he turns, and it is not the same.
Okay, we'll continue putting ball bearings everywhere, so we could in case find the way back.
He leads you further north where you are. Pretty much completely the opposite direction you down. And about a minute or so after wandering down this darkened tunnel, you arrive at a small chamber. Another tunnel leads further into the dark, but he stops at a ladder. With his head, he motions for you to himself remaining at the bottom.
Based on where we've traveled, would everyone have a rough idea of where they're in the city?
Yes. You would estimate that you'd likely come out close to the train yard.
Okay. And Evelyn will go ahead and head up the ladder.
Yep.
As you head up, you return to the lower district, in between a back alley, between a couple of larger storage. And you are back to the city. From below, as you exit the hole, you hear one last sentence. We will send you a messenger if anything comes up. And already the voice begins to trail into the darkness.
Wonderful. Right, so guess we'll head back.
Yeah.
Have some conversations.
Mm-hmm.
We could probably just do that. Is that easy enough to head back to
Yeah,
Quartermains?
you can return to Quartermain.
On the way back, I would at some point try to see if taking her voice into my amulet actually worked, because it specifies the voice of a living or recently deceased creature. So just to make sure this creature was considered a living creature, not like a construct or something. To see if I can use her voice now as mine.
You are able to use the voice.
Oh, pretty neat. Good
I
to
think
know.
that's what she was saying about, like, her body is kind of a person that died.
And you trust her! Oh, I just wanted to make sure. I know. She said so many things, and halfway through, Soleil was already like, "Oh, there's too much speaking. Let's just do
Sorting out.
things." Yeah.
Right. So problems, I said we need to be fast, need to get through stone, and a psychic weapon.
Right.
Stone doesn't seem like a huge problem. Assuming you can do the, like, pass wall thing, is that right?
I should be able to set that up, and as long as it's not too deep, it should be fine.
Also, Hux could do some stuff, right? Going through walls and whatnot.
And with a pickaxe. That's what pickaxes
Oh, I
are.
thought Hux had this stone door thingy. It was someone else.
Yeah.
Right, but you prefer to do it quietly if possible, so that we're not drawing attention. As long as it's no further than 20 feet, it shouldn't be an issue. If it's further than that,
It didn't sound like 20. It sounded like 5 or 10. I don't know. I suppose we could scout. Well, we couldn't really scout it. Well, if you did 20 and then Huxa did 5 and I did 5, I mean, we could probably figure it out.
right.
Psychic weapon, though.
A smidge more difficult.
I mean, pretty much all bards know how to do some psychic. Insulting.
Right.
Maybe they would know
But
how to
that's
put it into like an auto mocker or something. Says look at that auto mocker. Issues boombox. I don't know.
What if I put your voice into my amulet and then I would swear through it? Would it work?
We can try it. I don't.
Immediately takes out the amulet and holds it in front of your face.
I feel like, haven't you done this before? You don't already have a voice? I thought I said it was alright.
I don't think I ever took it. I got your okay, but I don't think I ever took it.
Well, you can take it. I'm not sure if it'll work because you have to have a little bit of.
Yeah, I'm just
more
gonna
intentionality.
walk by your side for 1 minute so your voice can go in there.
Okay. You arrive at Watermains probably well before you finish taking his voice. You manage without much issues to return to the upper district, the Mediocre.
So I mean, I can ask around if anybody knows or has heard of something like that.
I'll see if I can't do any digging on anything else that might be out there, alternatives of different spells or
Yeah,
variations, something along those lines.
I'm not trying to like classify him, but I feel like vampires have psychic
I was going
charms
to
by the legends.
suggest that we should probably reach out to Avador anyways
Yeah.
and inform him of the changes.
Yeah, this is always weird. I know he's a vampire, right? But I've never like seen him do vampire things. You know what I mean?
Normally, it's sort of like just because you haven't seen it doesn't necessarily.
Do you mean
Most of
like
the
drinking
things
blood
he
in
would
public
do
or
in
what?
public?
Well,
So
no, I mean like using any charms or that type of thing.
well, he's also a sizable wizard in his own rights. So
Yeah, true. I suppose. And then there's the question of how much do we really trust this girl?
I believe that as things stand, we can trust them for as much as they believe to be true in the moment.
Yeah, I trust this girl, I should say. But I don't know if I trust like whatever it used to be, if that makes sense.
Right, we wouldn't even be able to tell if at that point in time you're almost dealing with an entirely different individual and you're only hearing about them secondhand, so it's hard to say if we can trust that.
So you want to think about like an insurance policy or something?
Probably would be a good call. Going to see if I can't get a runner to send a message to Vidar. And send a message to Vidar.
We really need to just get a sending stone to him. We haven't tracked one of those down yet. I know it wouldn't work like far away from the city, but I mean,
It's possible that's intentional on his end. But Flip
It could
starts
be.
writing up a letter.
could be. You're right.
She's going to keep it relatively brief, just essentially stating that there's been some new developments and if they could meet at his earliest convenience.
Mm-hmm.
And then she'll send that off with a runner to deliver it to Vidar.
Okay. You send off a messenger. Anything specific you do for the rest of the day?
Ellen's going to start diving at least through the library and her own notes on various psychic spells. She has some ideas herself about some spells that are out there. But she wants to see if she can't come up with anything else that might jumpstart a different thought. She will head that away.
Okay.
I know we're still in downtime, so I will check in, I guess, at the college to see if anyone's heard of or has for sale an item that like would use like damage.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think kind of proceed with continuing work on things in a general sense. I don't know if we're doing just today or
Then Evelyn and Red, can both of you give me an intelligence check? you may do Arcana if you.
Oh yes, I would prefer. Mm.
24.
That is a 25.
Ooh, close.
You're smart. You're nicely done.
Smart today.
Mhm.
Maybe we should ask Huxley to think of ways to be fast. I feel like druids know things about getting fast.
Well, you just have to run.
Nothing
That's
else
some high
expected.
wisdom for you right there.
This is unrelated to what you just said, but can Huxley also give me a wisdom roll? Wisdom check. I promise this is unrelated to what you said. I swear.
14.
Okay. What is your highest level spell slot now?
Level 5. No, 4. Level 4.
As you begin to look through the library, especially the one at your disposal at Quartermain, there is one spell in particular you find fairly quickly, and it very aptly fits exactly what you are looking for. Going by the name of Rolthim's Psychic Land.
It's not thought.
A spell available for bards, sorcerers, warlocks, and wizards. A spell that you could attempt to learn.
Yeah.
Given you dedicate enough time to it.
Yeah. Ellen will start shifting her attention to that, and she'll also mention the same spell to Rhett, if he wanted to do any digging on his own end.
Oh yeah, I've heard of that. I never bothered with it. I thought I was better just to change people's minds than attack them.
Apparently, you're wrong.
Speaking of which, shouldn't feeble-minded be able to psychically damage something pretty horribly?
Theoretically, it should also be able to work. I'm unsure of what the consequences of doing that to the core would be. But, it is an option.
Yeah.
Rex. As you ask around the Bard's Corner, you of course, told about a few of the spells that you know about. You were also told about the psychic things, as well as the dissonant whispers, of course, and synaptic static. However, outside of a few spell scrolls for dissonant whisper, there is nothing that the Barnes College can currently offer you.
I'll just buy the scrolls. That just seems helpful.
Okay. 5 spells. Dissonant whisper.
Which are they?
Well, from the Bards College, they would be free of charge, but are you insisting on paying?
Something.
Okay.
I'll take like a 50% discount, so half of it.
There's this sort of almost awkward, arbitrary number going back and forth, and you settle on paying 100 gold pieces to the clinic. As you shift your focus to learning psychic lines, before the day is over, there would be a knock. Door bottom.
Well,
Have we all returned?
Yeah.
hello.
I shall get the door.
I followed you home. Right.
I will get the door if I'm home.
Okay. As
Hello, welcome.
a familiar sight, Vidar ducks into the door, looking around and settling his gaze on Evelyn.
Sure. Appreciate your speedy arrival. There's some things that we need to discuss.
There is news.
We've met with the Silver Saint.
Silver-handed lady.
I have heard this name before.
Yes, I believe we've also told you of the name Groma.
Yes, I believe that is among the names of those of the Dominion. Although
They're essentially
he
one
was-
and the same. Though without necessarily the memories of the original.
And without the hostility. At the moment, anyway.
by the Dominion's own word, that would make sense. However, no, then would fall in line. The death of Gromo was always only a possibility to them.
An element of Groma essentially took a host of a dying woman. And while she doesn't have memories of her original other than where notes and messages that were left, it is her understanding that she is not aligned with the Dominion.
We should, if you don't mind. I will
And
back
it
up a little
is
bit.
the Silver Saint, Gromo, that controls the Silvers?
No, it's she's attempting to. She wants our aid in taking back control of the Silvers. There's
So we sort of skipped over. The reason that she's in the body is because the Archmage ripped her, or the Silvers, into several elements, taking one for himself, it would appear. As there were many similarities between the way she looked and, yeah, I'm sure you recall, the Archmage's form currently. Which I thought might be of
believe-
interest to you, sorry.
the place
Living
that she.
sort of construct does appear very similar.
believe that the place that she recalls essentially coming into consciousness and knowing about is the same location that we're looking for. And she's agreed as well to show us said location. But she isn't very clear of all of the circumstances that occurred. And then Evelyn would start going into full detail. I don't know if you want me to reiterate it all, but explaining. She wouldn't leave anything out, really.
Throughout your explanation, you see Vidar just sort of crossing his arms in front of him. He does not appear particularly happy about what he's hearing.
Evelyn is also going to very pointedly, as well, mention that they started the riots, which she's upset about, but also as a point, see, we didn't do it. It wasn't us. It's not our fault.
For once, it wasn't us.
So that totally doesn't sound like you're blaming someone.
Yeah, but she'd go into like full detail of almost to a point of word by word recounting the conversation to him.
Decidedly a complicated situation, to say at the very least.
Agreed.
Oh yeah, and if you
Then-
ever hear this voice and I'm talking like her, that's her.
I am afraid not. I've heard the voices like you. I cannot tell anything particularly unique about this one.
Just so you know, for the future, if you ever hear this voice, then you know it's her.
I would assume I would know by her appearance.
Who knows? I don't know about magic. Maybe she calls you with this weird psychic power and says, "Hey Vidar, I need your help."
What is your assessment of her trustworthy?
In
her
this
Jacob.
current condition, I believe her intentions are true to her word, though I have concerns about the method she's taken thus far. I believe that there's a large a large opportunity for taking care of several matters that we're concerned with by allying with her, and at the same time, every bit of trust that I have towards her is gone the moment that she at all regains an element of her past self.
It does appear quite a gamble. The silvers as they are now are a double-edged sword. For one, they do appear to, at least somewhat, act as a protective shield against the Dominion. On the other hand, they seem to be a problem much like the Dominion for us to deal with as we are here. Moving forward with this could potentially result in a more stable situation for the city. It could certainly continue protecting him, but there is also the potential of losing the silvers entirely, whether that would be through this Gromo not keeping their word, or through us destroying the core of the silver. Either way, the end result would be the same. So we stand to potentially lose the protection of the city or
Well,
gain the city's very safety.
yeah, I think there's also a third option of the Forge Masters in some capacity somehow must be controlling them. So if we were to gain that ability, I don't know if that's within our capability, but perhaps if we were there at the control center, we could supplant the Forge Masters as Masters of the Tyrants. Not saying it's a great option, I'm just like,
Well, being in
Possible.
control is always a preferable outcome. If you find yourself in the situation and able, it is something you should pursue.
Brett doesn't say this, but he's like, yeah, that's what I thought Badar would say.
What do you think, Hux? Just, you can see Silas smiling. That's kind of the answer that he expected. Hux is probably just like playing with a potted plant at the moment or something. I don't know.
Bash.
Do you also tell Vidar about specifically you looking for psychic spells? And
Yes. She'd mentioned that she's at least looking into them and the potential of learning. As an example, she's researching Psychic Lance a bit more, things like that.
On, of course, such a short notice, there is little I can provide. There are a few spell scrolls I may be able to supply. However, a weapon would currently be beyond my reach of access. The creation of a weapon, I highly doubt would finish in time.
What about our friends at the Arcanum? And he says friends with, like, fingers up, and you know he's not really calling them friends.
Well, you could certainly return there. Traveling to and back from the Arcanum, sorry, would likely take us 3 to 4 days. There is no guarantee unless you know of a weapon that they would have one. And there is the added danger that you have just discovered that some of the silver that you seek to reclaim is there. If I become aware of what is happening outside, of perhaps your intentions, they may feel threatened in this regard.
Do you think perhaps you could just help us by, as you mentioned, scribing a few scrolls?
There is something I can prepare.
If it's helpful, I can describe to you a couple spells that I know to do psychic damage.
There are a few scrolls that I have, and there is one specifically I would like to scribe for you, which unfortunately will take a large section of my time.
Okay.
But I think it's prudent for you to have. Are you aware of the spell Mind Blank?
Ah, yes. I think.
Creating an scroll of that level is no easy feat, but you should be able to scribe one in a few days. If this core is truly as threatening as you'd expect. Perhaps it would be prudent to have protection against.
Yes. True.
Was there anything else?
No, I think that was everything. Just thought it best to keep you abreast of new developments and get your opinion.
I appreciate it. I will send you the scrolls in a few days.
It's
I
much
will also
appreciated.
prep the darts in case we do need to evacuate. In such a case, you will find me where you would have found me the last time. The hangar.
Can I insight check that?
What are you insight checking?
Specifically, does he seem intentional that he'd be ready to evacuate as well?
Alright, or an insight check.
Okay. 17.
Emotionally, Vidar is difficult to read.
Mm-hmm.
But you can tell that when he has distinct plans, there's a certain tone of seriousness in his,
Mm-hmm.
but it seems fairly absent as he says, which would indicate to you at least that this might be mostly hypothetical.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Then if there was nothing else you wanted to ask Vidar, you would leave. And over the next few days, is there anything you'd specifically do differently from your downtime?
Yes. I would ask Endor how business was while we were gone.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, I mean, you'd only been gone for about a week or so until, well, you know, there was a knock on the door and I was escorted away. I haven't really been back yet. It was a okay week, I suppose. Not many profits there, but if you need them, they would be still there in the Venerable Swordsman. I haven't really had, time to move them. Might do so at the end of the month, but I was somewhat interrupted.
I mean, I can bring them to you if you want me to.
Oh, I mean, I currently have no direct need of them, but to be honest, I don't even know if they're still there.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, aren't you afraid that while your funds are there and you're not there for weeks at a time, that someone might steal them?
Well, again, it's a week's profits. Considering what's happening, and that I may have recently escaped with my life, my current valuing of that money is fairly low.
Understandable. Just in case I wanted to retrieve it, where would it be?
Oh, it'd be behind the counter in the lock.
How do I get into that lock?
Well, with a
key.
Where is the key?
Oh. You see him sort of digging in his pocket,
Oh yeah.
and then he holds out a key towards you.
May I borrow it for a night?
Of course.
Great. So that's one of the things I will do during those 5 days. And also, like, make sure Saxley is okay. Gonna make sure he's...
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what he's doing, because the thingy that Red is always putting up, where he put his cocoon in, is like not there all the time. So I don't know where Saxley went after that thing went down.
It just pops out.
Yeah,
It's
so
like on the
like
floor.
there's a cocoon lying somewhere, or what?
Yeah.
Like
There is
what would we have done with that?
currently a very slimy cocoon lying on the ground.
Alright,
Let's say it's upstairs.
Let's just say I would like as soon
Right
as I
there.
saw that I would have put it into my room. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. So yeah, I will make sure the cocoon has it like warm and nice, like burrowed in pillows probably, and
Ugh.
yeah, I will make one nightly excursion towards the venerable swordsman.
Okay. Can you give me a quick stealth check?
Sure can. Just a general stealth check, or is it like based on
Just general.
visual or hearing or something? Okay.
Just the general stuff. Only
That's a
one number. that
very good
would have
one.
Really mattered on this
It's
one.
29.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, to you, it's very little issue, even with the Silver Guardians being perceptive to kinds of magic. You managed to very, quickly slink past most of whichever troll you encounter, and it's really not an issue at all for you to retrieve those funds that are still there.
Pretty neat.
You may add 800 gold to your inventory.
Will do.
Then, as the days of the week continue to pass,
Could I do just one slightly different thing?
okay,
That there's like the potion shop on the Mediocre, I believe.
mm-hmm.
Could I go and ask about, I don't know, potions of resistance or something, the psychic damage, or I don't know if a potion of a mind fortress is a thing, or something along those lines. Vidar made a great point.
Can
I
you?
think potions of resistance are
what
a thing.
Can you give me a persuasion check?
Sure. Pretty good. 28. We've bought there a few times before. We always paid good.
Oh, now I know. I also have to play a prank on Hux.
What?
I have to see where Hux is at some point. Just as soon as I know where Hux is, I'm gonna stand around the corner, and Hux will only hear, "Oh, hey, Red!" And you hear Red's voice, "Hey, Silas." And Red continues to say, "Did you smell Hux lately? Like, it's rancid. It's terrible. What happened to them?"
What?
just to see if Hux reacts in any way.
That's so fucked up.
What's up? In two ways.
Sniff himself. And try again, like. Continue.
I would go around the corner. I would clear it up. I would say like, haha, just kidding, and just. I want to make sure that Hux knows that Red didn't say this.
But why? Why would you say
Just kidding. You're doing fine.
Confused.
that? Red. Can you roll me these 10d10?
Oh my gosh.
Mm.
Come on, 8s. Come on, 8s. There's only one 8. If this is what I'm thinking I'm rolling for.
It is exactly what you think you're rolling for. You do find potions of resistance. You only find one of psychic resistance. You do, however, also find a potion of invulnerability, which would serve the same purpose. The potion of invulnerability would cost you 8,000 gold.
Oh,
Potion of resistance would only cost you 600.
well, that went by that. I don't think I can just spend 8,000 without asking people.
How much do we have?
40,000?
Evelyn would say wouldn't have an issue with it.
Okay? You may add both of those potions to your inventory.
As far as Evelyn's input, Evelyn doesn't have an issue with it. But I'm assuming those are the party funds, yes.
Yeah.
During the next 2 days, you also receive this spell scroll from the Dawn, including 3 scrolls of Shadowblade, 3 of Mind Spine, 2 scrolls of Synaptic Static, and 1 scroll of Might.
Are we going with the... If it's on your spell list, you can just cast it without a check?
This is gonna be spell scrolls, so that should fall under the spell scroll.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying, yes. So I could cast these 2. Oh. You could cast these 2.
Yeah.
This wizard spell list for you, right?
Yeah, but
Since they are of 2nd level, yes, you would be.
yeah.
Even if I made you roll for those, the level is so low, I think you'd automatically succeed unless you rolled a 1.
Those are 2 snaps.
Do you want, because there's 3, do you want like 3
Yeah,
of these? Did you want
let's-
1?
Yeah, let's divide them up a little bit. Can you cast this one?
I'd have to attempt. I can only cast 4th level spells, so it would require a
This would be
Arcana
an
roll.
overcast.
No, it'd be an
No,
Arcana
this
roll.
will not be an overcast. It's a stress roll. Yes. This
Right,
would
sorry,
be
gosh, my brain.
It would be a roll, but for the spell.
Yeah. So I theoretically could.
I confused myself. I hit myself in my confusion.
Can I get these 2 things?
Yeah.
Or which ones? Do you want
These
me
2,
to-
yeah.
There's no druid spells. Yeah.
I just noticed I also still have a spell scroll since forever. Lightning arrow that Ablin gave me at some point.
Right. I'm trying to remember. If it's not on your list, you can still roll, but it's harder. Is that right?
Yes. So if it's not on your list, you'd have to roll to be able to cast the spell from a spell scroll. Otherwise, it could fail.
It's.
But it
Is
comes
it
without
an
drawback.
Arcana roll,
So
or
if you
is
fail,
it-
you fail.
I'm trying to remember. It's an Arcana roll, or is it changed? We haven't done this in a while.
Let me double check if I had written it down in the homebrews.
think so.
Arcana check, yes.
How's your Arcana, Solai?
You have 0 Arcana?
You do?
I do.
This is more spell scrolls than I will use, so you can have these first levels. I feel like is the best chance. Casting.
Oh yeah, the
So
guy who walks in the
you have
shadows is
to-
gonna go with like terrible dissonant whispers. That sounds creepy, I like it.
And the same thing for Huxley. I feel like you got a decent chance, right?
The Arcana check that you're rolling, you just have to do 10 plus these levels up, or...
Oh, you're
You're
sounding a
turning
little
robotic.
bit Robotic.
Oh no! Am I still a robot?
No.
Yeah, now it's fine.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
So it's like a decent weapon.
No, he's turning robotic. Oh, no,
You're
I'm
robotic.
turning robotic.
No, everyone
my
is
God.
turning robotic.
It's fine. It's not that bad. Sorry, you were saying that?
I wanted to give Huxley 2 of them as well. The
Okay.
first level ones. Just
First level.
Dissonant Whispers
This
over here.
oh, right.
Take it in. Yep. Just in case you get stuck and you need psychic damage, I don't know.
Like, do we have more of these spell cards? Because I would put down my lightning arrow to not forget it anymore.
I think one of them fell. Okay. During the next few days, Red, do you, aside from these extra things, continue working on?
Yeah. Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Then, as the days of the week begin to pass, your progress on your personal project continue as well. Using the resources at your disposal, such as your crystalline arcane catalyst and the help of Vidar, he can on the dark completion. You find a few more days of testing and position of the soon.
Was very robotic
Mostly-
again.
Oh. We're about in.
The robots.
Discord
Sorry.
kicked me.
I think
Yeah,
it's
that's-
Discord.
Yeah, yeah, it must be. It's weird because I'm like, I have been connected. Oh, no, bounce back. Ooh, there, it's well again.
Yeah.
Probably just temporary
Hiccup.
issues.
I think this is actually best in display.
Let me actually. You're about to get moved. Don't freak out. They're moving us back.
Da-ding, da-ding.
That channel that doesn't exist.
Secret.
What channel?
Where I do my audio testing. It's fine.
Secret.
Okay, Huxley. In the weeks before, as well as these next few days, you continue your own research on the phoenix egg that was given to you by Evan. And despite your difficulties in trying to hatch it, you learn that the egg responds positively as you engulf it when you are in the shape of an air elemental. You learn that the revival of the phoenix would likely require immense amounts of energy originating from the elemental plane of air. Amounts that you yourself would be far from able to produce, at least at the moment. Your research, however, coupled with your recent epiphany about elemental fire, does lead you towards another step in discovering more hybrid. And time being, you discover a form that combines fire and air. You unlock the form of an lightning element.
That's so cool.
Ah.
Very cool.
Saleh, as you continue taking care of Cocoon, throughout the next few days, the outside of it seems to harden, almost dry out. And very soon, you find yourself with this almost rock hard cocoon just wrapped up in your pillow. Is there anything else you do with that situation? Or do you let it continue?
Feels about right, so I'll let it continue.
Okay. Within the lower district during this time, as you'd learn just from, your occasional visits, whenever you do descend, especially towards the outer slum cities, the divide between the laborers, citizens, and those without means has only continued to grow. Even as the situation has begun to stabilize in this precarious balance on the edge, the conflict only continues to seethe, quietly, coldly burning just beneath the surface. Evelyn, could you roll me an Arcana check?
Absolutely. That's a 29.
With your focus entirely on learning, you managed to learn the spell Psychic Lamp. And after 3 days passed, a messenger arrived. You hear the loud knock, presumably as a few of you are still quite in deep with your own business.
I'm getting the door.
You open the door and you see a surprisingly familiar face. Though you don't know them, they were among the people you saved from the prison.
Hey, didn't you fly away? Did you want to flew away?
I did, in fact.
Better late than never. Come in?
I am here with a message. It's quite urgent.
Oh.
It's from our patron. From
Oh. Hey, everybody.
What is it?
Urgent message from, the lady downstairs.
Oh, the lady.
The lady who lives downstairs.
Everyone will make her way down.
I regret that I have to inform you that our timetable has moved up. We will have to move tomorrow.
What's the goals for the change of schedule?
They've begun sealing the hole. Their progress is slow, so we have a bit of time, but we should move quickly before defenses aren't.
Oh,
They've also started to clear the rubble of the area, and if they do discover the entrance to the bowels, we would likely lose that act.
you said they've started to seal it up. Any thoughts on how much progress they've made on that?
Not a lot so far, but I'm sure that'll change over the next few days. They've hauled a lot of equipment and material over, and they've begun laying the groundwork. They've cleared the large hole of any debris, and, well, they've already put several metal plates in place to form a platform, likely for the machinery.
Right. Tomorrow at what time?
Would overnight be better?
Well, as I understood, you were to meet at midnight, so if you were to arrive then or slightly before,
So that part of the time schedule is the same.
yes, we need to move at night, otherwise we will be unable to move on the scene. Eventually, as we, of course, attack, we will be found out, but the longer we draw this moment out, the further away we will be from the silvers that will come pouring in behind us.
Good. I believe we should be able to have everything ready by then.
You see her reach into one of her pockets, unfolding a somewhat crudely drawn map of a block of building. This is the quarantine district. Towards the left would be the west, the chain lift, the center of Polythreme, and at this corner of these buildings is where we will stage the operation. There are currently no silvers there. There is a patrol that occasionally moves past, but I'm sure you can find your way past them.
One's going to look to Rhett, and once she makes eye contact with him, get her better with people. Does it sound like she's lying? Is this perhaps a ploy to get us to go
Push us into a
without?
decision. Something.
I'm assuming you say this psychically.
Yes, this is all telepathically.
Hello?
Yeah, I mean, I'll instinct check her.
Yeah,
I
let me
guess.
also check it.
It's a natural 20. I'm better with people for 25.
Yeah, I mean,
This is
this
why
one
I went
specifically is easy to read. This is no one who's trained or a soldier or in any way, you know, deceptive in nature. You see someone who is definitely just telling you what they would.
Yeah.
Whether or not she's also being deceived and
Yeah.
she doesn't know what she's telling you, you don't really know, of course.
Right.
There's
I will
no
convey that.
deception. That is hopefully.
All right.
I guess
Then-
we better finish our preparations.
We should get to that, and we'll move forward at the new time.
Huxley, you ready to start cooking?
Yay!
Or wait, do you have another diamond bowl?
I think we got 2.
I believe we did.
Yes. Let's eat.
It's midnight this evening. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
hi, Salty. Salty?
He's gone.
He's gone.
He got
He's
salty and left.
gone. I'm just
I just made a dad joke.
How about a dad?
And I'm not a dad.
Is there any other specific preparations you'd make? You
Lynn would send a
Get
message
ready
to
and-
Badar, letting him know about the time change.
okay. Vidar would probably send a sending back with confirmation
Mm-hmm.
that
She would have been vague-ish in her writing of a message.
prepare in case things go south.
That's weird.
We can't hear you. You disconnected and you.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
That would hear
Yes.
you. Yeah.
What the heck?
That's
was
what happened
We
weird.
weren't
last
ignoring
night.
you, I promise.
When I got
You
kicked,
were!
when I got kicked, I could still hear you guys talking about me.
I
Um,
know.
I was like, this is so weird. I wasn't just spotting
That
what
is
nobody else did.
What the heck? Who wants the potion of invulnerability and who wants the psychic resistance?
Evelyn would not be upset to receive psychic resistance for the purposes of still being able to cast spells. But she might also suggest the same thing for Red.
Well, we have a mind blank and a invulnerability.
Mm-mm.
I think so. Silas should get that.
That makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, I'm always in the middle of everything and
Yeah,
getting
Right.
resistance to, what is it, everything basically? Or-
everything.
Yeah. Sounds pretty decent.
But otherwise, Evelyn would just say somebody that can, either her or Red, that can cast psychic spells should get the other one so that they're not knocked out. Does that make sense?
If you want the potion, I'll mind blank myself. Does that sound reasonable? Actually, no, wait. Mind blank's
Didn't you have-
better.
did you
I'll
have-
take the potion. You take
Is
the mind
Silas got a potion?
blank. He's got the invulnerability.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Which potion is it? Yeah.
Resistance to psychic damage.
Okay,
And you're getting mind blank, which is immunity to psychic damage.
got it.
If I remember to cast it right.
Is it called Potion of Invulnerability?
Yes.
God damn it, the thing is not in D&D Beyond. Okay.
Is it
Should
not?
be.
Should be standard.
It's just better as handbook.
Are we doing a hero's feast?
We
Yes,
should.
Yes, we should.
I just put in potion, but it doesn't show up in the list. Alright, I guess I put that down.
Actually, do you want a potion? You've got so many bubbles and forms.
What's the potion for?
It's resistance to psychic damage.
Yes.
Okay. Will you remember to drink it?
Hmm.
Okay. You can have it then. I gotta ask. I gotta-
Damn.
Well, if he, the way you better use it.
I'll probably good money for that. Who has the potion of heroism right now?
I have one potion of heroism.
I have one too.
Also,
Also, still got 2
So-
potions of growth. Might be fun at some point.
If I'm giving away my resistance, could I have that for saves?
Yeah, you can take mine. I'm double checking to see if I had any other potion. I have a potion of invisibility. And then healing potions. Do you want the potion of invisibility at all?
No.
Okay. I don't know if it was gonna be helpful.
Yeah.
That's all I got. Alright.
Okay. You prepare with your hero's feast and handing out push and grow. And in the evening, you begin to make your way down to the Lock District. You follow these streets in the shadows, much as you have done several times the last few weeks, likely. And could I get a stealth check from everyone?
How much healing is that from the Hero's Feast? Or not, or how? It's temporary HP or?
Maximum is increased by 2d10.
Oh,
I don't know
good.
if everyone
You
rolls.
can roll.
I rolled a 15.
It's your cooking.
Oh, everyone can add 15.
15 is a good number. And immune to poison and frightened. That's also nice. Wisdom saving throws with advantage.
And stealth rolls. Let's see. Stealth.
Stealth is a 22.
Stealth is 25.
29 for me.
Nice.
And no!
Ah!
So close.
11.
As you move through the lower district this time, you find your way through backways and alleys, and as you wander through the streets, the presence of the silver seems largely diminished. Or at least along the path that you find, you encounter next to none. Every now and then you encounter one of the silvers at a distance, far down the street, and it's easy enough for you to avoid. As you arrive at the quarantine district, the number of silvers increases. And as you let the patrol pass that you were warned about, you cross the street, moving past the barricades and meet up with Romo. There's this sort of quiet understanding that everyone there is people more to each other. Aside from Gromo himself, there are several miners there. By the looks of them, veterans that likely in the past few days have seen some sort of conflict. And soon after you meet up, you hear a noise in the distance. You hear a muffled thud, as you would expect from distant
thunder. And with a nod, everyone will begin to move. You enter the quarantined district. A mess of broken houses, rubble, and debris that from the upper district has still. Your goal, lies a little to the south. The entrance to the bowels currently utter several rubble stones. Each of these squares is 10 feet. Because
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Does anyone have a way to make us all quiet or anything?
with you is a wand of elite miners, then you take control of. That's that. They are a horde. And the horde mechanics that we regularly use apply to them.
Everyone within 30 feet of me has a +10 to stealth.
Nice.
Cast Pacifier Truth.
That works, sure. Alright.
From where you stand at the sort of corner, you can clearly in the distance see light. You see these mountains of rubble to either side, where larger pieces of debris from the upper district have rained down, causing houses to shatter and almost craters. And far in the distance, you do see movement, even though it is far away, on that little dim light path. You see you, Silver, and guard, raised further up on a platform above where the pit is. You're free to move.
I mean,
I'll
just
perhaps go slightly ahead just to keep an eye out. If you're up for that.
who?
You.
Okay. Yeah, I was about to say something, and then you started the sentence, and I was like, oh no, I didn't hear what you said. Okay, yeah, sure, I can go. Also, just as an emergency plan, I also have the nightmare that can travel into the ethereal plane with 3 people riding it at once. So I could go like back and forth to get some people in and out. Just keep that in mind. Okay.
Right.
And I guess I will start to like get closer, sneakily,
wanna
and
get-
scout the.
Is
What?
that right? We want to get over here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
To the south is where you would have to get through the rubble in order to open the entrance to the bowel, which will at least provide you with some more reinforcement. The actual hole you will be entering, however, of course,
Yeah.
lit up, and as you can see from at this point where you're standing quite clearly, Silas, you can see the sort of pillars of metal, iron plates that have been placed around it and are clearly in the process of covering the hole one by one.
Yeah.
Currently, there doesn't seem to be any workers at work. The area is nonetheless lit up by light.
Yeah, I will I will just check if everything is alright here and
Mhm.
give them a sign to follow. A hand sign.
I'm assuming you are using your visibility.
Yeah, I mean, I pull back, until I get there, and then I
Mhm.
will reappear by pulling
Yes.
back the hood, giving the sign, and disappear again.
Alright.
Suppose we like
Yeah,
hug the
Try and-
edge.
yeah, move along.
And while they slowly follow, I will just continue moving forward towards this area. Oh, this is like a house.
There's a house and there is a sort of path in between the rubble and the.
Yeah, I will move in between.
Nevertheless, there is, a lot of rocks. It's not exactly easy footing, so as you move past that, can you?
I will not use the ground. I will use, like a spider, one leg and one hand on the building, one leg and one hand on the wall.
Fair enough.
I will try it at least.
You spider climb without too much ado past the mountain and move towards the southern end. Quarantine. As the rest of you begin moving towards the edge of the house, could you give me a stealth check?
Glad we're at +10.
Yeah.
26?
32.
25. Real poorly.
There is some gnawing to you, as is to be expected with this many footsteps along a ground that is covered with rubble. Every now and then there's this slight clacking of stone as one piece of rubble is kicked against another. But all in all, you move relatively quietly, and the shroud of darkness from Pass Without Trace perfectly blends you into the shadow.
Is there
Is-
a door here?
Yeah, is this like a door? Is this
There
a rubble that we
is
have to climb up
a
on?
door into this house.
And we know we're trying to go over, all the way over here, right?
You know that past this sort of piece of ruins and pile of rubble in front of you is where you need to.
I kind of want to just open the door or check if it's open, just so we have a place to fall back to. Maybe. Anyway.
As you try the door, it is indeed open. Inside you see a somewhat smallish room. An open door leads into another. You can see out through several windows along the sides of the walls, but aside from furniture, there is nothing particularly of interest inside this house.
I'm gonna make I'm gonna check this.
Mm-hmm.
If everyone else wants to get to the corner to be able to see somebody, that's fine.
Yeah.
I'm moving to check where it goes.
How sturdy does this rubble look? Like, does it look like it's gonna be complicated to walk over?
Roll me a survival check.
Blech. I never want to ask questions again.
I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. 16.
The rubble seems relatively sizable, which means that it's very heavy. Likely you could find a decent foothold. But you also know that if a lot of people moved over it, with this not being, a rock avalanche, there's no earth binding anything together. This rubble could very easily get dislodged. And if you find by pure happenstance a rock that is loose, there could definitely be noise and a sort of avalanche of rubble. So while it does look somewhat stable, you know that that can be treacherous.
Entering this, do I see another door back here?
Mm-hmm.
I want to check that door.
The door would lead you into what appears to be a large winter garden. From the look of the plants, it would appear that even before this district was abandoned, this garden was heavily in disrepair. Most of the plants rotten and wilted, likely for lack of sunlight. And there's only one door at the end of this, leading out. Still,
But it's like all glass.
yeah, here's all glass. There are no really windows that you could open. There are, however, windows in the window.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
There's of course glass that you could shatter.
Right.
It's almost a miracle considering the amount of debris that came down, but the glass is completely intact currently.
Can I? Does it look like there are windows that could be open for ventilation, like gardens have sometimes?
Not on this.
Okay. I'll make my way back then. I don't know how long that takes me if Silas sees anything else.
Yeah, Evelyn's just gonna start trying to move.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and Silas is gonna
Hux,
just climb the wall at some point.
Hux, make sure that as much as possible, if you can spot any better footing for the group that are a lot behind us, that would be great. She'll also try and keep an eye out, but
They could hide in there and bust through the glass. But whenever this thing goes down, not too far away. Or just go out the door and head this way. I'm gonna be saying this to Groma too.
are we trying to go over here or are we trying to go over here?
Well, we're trying to go here first for reinforcements, and then down there. If I understood the plan.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm sort of saying, like, to Groma, do you want to hide it here for a minute until you hear or see stuff go down?
Does she have an opinion?
Yeah, it's kind of asking.
Bugger.
Preferably, we'd move towards the tunnel first.
Okay.
I'll leave some of them in here, but see if I can help.
Okay.
And if they can help, we can call.
Sure.
Do you have a plan for the rubble?
Yeah. It'll be magic though, so they'll sense it.
You see, at least, the number of miners move into cover at the house, keeping a close eye on the Groma itself begins to move with you.
Speaking of which, do we want a distraction? Would you cast pass while I do something else? Elsewhere.
Not yet though.
Okay.
Am I wrong? We're trying to move over this rubble, correct? I can't do past wall through this much.
No. Yeah, I'm sorry, maybe I'm unclear. I mean, like, should I move away and get ready to make a distraction? Like over there, you know, kind of pointing like over here, or even way over here, I don't know.
Perhaps, but if we can get through without being noticed, then you're just also have to retrace the path.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna try and carefully watch her footing and move.
Does Huxley move with? Okay, then can you give me another stealth check? With pass without trace.
Under 32.
30.
30, 36.
I think. Yeah. 35.
Feels bad to be the lowest with a 30.
You start moving across the rubble, stealthily and with enough care not to disturb any rocks that seem a little bit more carried. And you reach the edge of where an entrance to the bowels should be. At the edge of this pit, you just see this pile of rubble and a much larger piece of debris that might have caused the crater to cave in. Underneath here is where the entrance is.
Right. Gwen's gonna move closer, and she's going to use her fly speed to kind of glide down, so that she's not necessarily stepping on the ripple.
I just want to know what this is. Okay.
She's gonna ask, is it straight down, or off to the side, or?
Close to the large rock at the center, it would be straight down.
Right.
I've instructed my people to excavate a larger area, so as long as we create a large enough hole, they should be able to get through.
Then she's gonna go on top. Or no, I guess she doesn't need to. Yeah, she's going to go from its range, so she's essentially creating a passage point that goes straight down from the rock, through the rock, as she casts past wall. With
How
her
far
key,
down can you
it's
go?
20 feet. It creates no instability in any structures.
That's really good. Okay. Yeah, you cast past wall, and there's this nearly perfectly circular tunnel open.
It's only like 5 feet wide, 8 feet tall, 20 feet deep, up to.
As the hole opens up, you hear voices. You see this flicker of light. And after a few seconds, you see something fly. I'm assuming you don't, like, look over and stay there.
No.
There are several grappling hooks that sort of attach to the and you see and hear the rope begin to strain. But nearly at the same time as the hull comes into existence, you hear a loud thud.
Mm-hmm.
Red, I'm assuming you're somewhat watching over here.
Yeah.
You
that's the
see
point.
this sort of cloud of dust and a crunch of rubble as you see one of the silhouettes jump down and land around.
Okay. Is it just one? Is it starting to move this way?
It begins to move at relatively high speed. You have a turn to take as a group before they get to move. So right now it is your guys' turn.
And now we're aiming to get here. Yes? Or down?
I
this
think
way.
so. I know.
Yes, you're trying to get down into here.
Okay.
These people are supposed to screen for us, basically, I think.
Yeah, well, like, 20. Oh, 5. Okay. That's as far as up.
Yeah, I'm just going to go last.
10, 20, 30. Dash. Ten, 20, 30. Feline agility.
You roll me an acrobatics.
I sure can. 14.
So, Silas is still invisible, right?
Mm-hmm.
14.
Yes.
As you start moving up the rubble, you unfortunately place your on a piece of rock that begins to slide. You remain invisible and you continue keep going. You do not go prone, but there is this distinct noise of clattering rock.
Now I even want to use feline agility even more. To move double my speed.
Mhm.
10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, somewhere around here.
God,
You're amazing.
that's insane. Do you know how many
Yeah.
turns it's gonna take me to get
I
that?
know it's.
Just to the point of
That's why feline agility is so fun.
far.
Also, I can use this position to just in case you guys needed to make a distraction. Okay, so that's my turn. Oh yeah, it's everyone's turn at the same time anyway. So
Right now.
yeah,
As soon as you
Right
get
now.
covered, we're going to be rolling initiative.
Would it have made sense that I cast Long Strider before,
Sure.
like, we came here? Because it's for an hour, and I can cast it at will.
Nice.
I just want to slide over and then I want to cast message into the house.
I'm gonna go to the toilet real
They're
quick.
coming!
You just say they're coming.
Yeah, I think... Yeah, I think I just was like, they're coming, get out here.
Which guys?
And, well,
Yeah,
one
you
of
see
them
them
gets
sort
a
of-
message.
A couple of them peek out and they start
Yeah.
sort of filing out of the building. Not quite breaking stealth just yet.
So they could get a little movement.
Is that everyone's turn?
It's,
Several more miners start to file out, and you see them almost immediately turn around. A few of them have ropes attached, and as they turn around, they remain by the hole and they start pulling at something. You see the silver move forward incredibly fast, almost like an octopus would, assisted by its tentacle, its tendril, moving in tandem with the rest of its limbs. And it comes to an abrupt stop right where you heard the clatter of rubble. Scanning around. Red, could you roll me another stealth check?
I don't think you have passed auto trace anymore.
Oh,
That's a 32.
Gee.
natural 20.
Amazing.
I was never even here.
You are the shadow.
You see the silver turn around, almost as if it had seen something. And as it continues to scan and turn, you realize then, at the moment, it hasn't seen anything. But in the distance, you hear another impact. And now it is your turn again.
But for the purposes of movement on your map, I have 25 feet of movement. Is it alright if I alternate between 2 and 3 squares?
Yeah.
I don't really want to do anything.
Here. Here. Here.
Can you roll me a stealth
Mm-hmm.
and Huxley too?
If I move here, then these guys are covered,
24.
I think, as well. So
Mm-hmm.
move closer to the hole. Uh, 21.
If I might be within pass without a trace again, which then would
What's
be
the range?
30 feet, I think.
Yeah, 30 feet.
I don't
would
know if
say
it
you are
works.
just.
Should be until like here, so.
I don't know. Does it work with if somebody moves out of pass without a trace? Do they get it back if they move back in?
I think so.
Well, it's
Okay.
either that it's just everyone
I think it
within
just
when
matters
you
if
cast it,
you're
or it's just
Okay, okay.
near Hux sort of drop that
Then
envelops you.
with pass without a trace, it's 34.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Well,
Anything else?
I just remembered it was 10 feet per.
Yes.
Then I'm totally still over
Oh.
here. I just,
Oh, I see.
yeah.
No worries.
I was okay. That makes me feel so
Yeah,
much better. I'm like,
yeah. I was
"No!"
like, I treated it as like 5 feet per thingy. I just forgot about it.
It's okay.
I
You
wasn't
just,
questioning it. I
just
just
a
thought
little
you
bit
were
closer
super
than-
fast.
I am fast, but that would have been 240 feet. That would have been like.
Well, I
insane.
thought you could do that.
Listen,
Sorry.
I've seen people do that much. So I'm like, yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
with my nightmare, I could do
Okay.
even more, I guess. But
That's it from Evelyn for the
Is there
moment.
anything else you guys do this time? Then behind you, where the miners are, you hear that sort of crunching noise. A noise that is definitely loud enough to attract some attention. As you see the miners pull something from the hole, barely fitting through the sort of oval shape and almost breaking through the sides of the hole you've created a slight amount.
Oh my god.
Oh baby.
What is that?
Okay. Look at its stubby legs.
We need to give it a suit of armor that looks like this.
Yeah.
Just signs, what is it? Feel about. Okay. And then
They should have given us better dimensions if that's what they wanted.
Yeah, they really should have.
I mean, it's large enough. It got through. And then this thing is going to move. Red, could you give me a stealth roll with disadvantage?
Wait, has it moved since that nat 20?
Ow! It stepped on my toe! That's a 20. If it comes to my turn and it's anywhere near me, though, I mean, I'm doing something. Just let me know.
It's like a T-Rex, you just can't move and it won't see you.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
It's a natural 20.
As it moves over, as you see sort of these tendrils move over, sort of grasping onto the rock, the rubble, and as the thing just sort of almost flies over you, you see its one glowing eye set directly on you. And at this point, would everyone please roll me initiative?
That's right.
It is rough.
My initiative roll. I did not see me.
Oh.
Oh yeah, also, you obviously get control. New toy then just exited the hole.
Is it Golemite Arc Miner or is it a Golemity?
It's a Golemite.
Okay.
Golemity.
Yeah, since
Oh,
I've
you
seen
know.
like what was the national park in the
Heck.
America? The Yosemite.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yosemite?
Yeah, that's when I see every time I see
Yeah,
a
it's-
word that is written very close to this one, I always think it's gonna be pronounced like that.
Whoever takes control of either of the hordes or the Arc Miner, the thing moves directly after your initiative and follows your command to the best of its ability.
Initiative is so bad.
I would take the squad. Wait.
There's 2 squads that you can use, and currently 1 Arc Miner.
Take at least one squad.
Initiative? Man, you guys really didn't roll that high today, huh?
Nope. So our goal is still to get into the hole without being seen that we got into the hole, or?
Well, at this point, you're just trying to get there fast.
Yeah.
Because
Okay.
there's probably many more coming after this.
Okay, so it doesn't matter
Whether or
if I
not
see
you
us.
try to destroy one of these so they, don't continue you onto the next map, sort of, is up to you. But for the time being, you are just kind of trying to both get in there and get rid of these guys, I guess.
I totally forgot. Jess, you said you have explosives of some kind?
I do have some explosive, yes.
Okay.
So does our little chaos gremlin, but I believe,
Right.
if I recall things correctly. I think Hux has some.
Whenever someone mentions explosives, I immediately sweating.
I think I might have suggested prior, like sealing this behind us.
That's why I'm sweating.
Okay.
I have simple explosives, potent explosives, and powerful explosives.
Yeah, if you'd mention it to the miners, it, after everyone's through, does seem like a prudent idea. Of course, it would
Yeah.
be dangerous once you're at the bottom and it closes above you, but other than that,
I mean, I don't have them, so I'll leave it that one. And excellent.
okay. So, unfortunately, the silver gets to move first. Almost immediately, it is going to retract its tendrils as legs and is gonna use them instead to start slashing at Red.
My AC is 25.
Okay. Two of them hit. You take 28 points of slashing them. And you are bleeding. You guys remember that mechanic? You're happy to be back?
Hey!
That mechanic. And then it is immediately Evelyn's turn.
Evelyn will falter back for a moment and pull out the explosives that she has. These are miners. They know explosives. So she's going to give them all of her explosives. One simple explosive, one potent explosive, and one powerful explosive.
Mm-hmm.
And let the group of miners behind her know that's the intention, to explode the mine behind them. Or behind us once we head in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So,
As you toss over the explosive, they catch them with relative ease and they agree on the plan, and you may move them as you will. They are capable of bringing the explosives onto the walls.
then after that big toss, then I'm at least gonna move. I had 3, so it was just 2. 1, 2, 3. Is that like a action to remove all 3 of those explosives? Probably. Because it's more than one object interaction, so. I would assume, yeah. That is
I would
Evelyn's
say
turn.
it takes at least your bonus action you're not really, readying them or anything. You're just sort of
Mm.
tossing them. So it's a very quick kind of movement.
Okay.
I would say you could still have your action.
I guess action dash. Trying to stay low as possible and making your way to the hole. Brett, which group are you taking?
That one, that one.
Alright, I can
Fucking team.
take those people.
And a big thing.
Does somebody else want to pilot the big thing?
Yeah, Huxley should pilot that for sure.
Mm-hmm. Movement speed 30. So then they'll, I guess, start. Does she move with them?
She's gonna move on out.
Okay. So 30. Guess they're just gonna start moving as well, first of all. And yeah, that's it.
Mm-hmm.
Your turn.
Okay. 10, 20, 30, 9, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. I will throw the wondrous figurine right next to Red. To this spot. And scream the command word.
Yeah.
So... what? To get this thing for Red. And I will scream, listen to Red, as like the command I give it. And will also scream to Red, pick up the other two, go for the ethereal plane, and I will just move over here. And that's my turn.
Okay.
Yeah, this is a good test of if I remember how to do that.
After you call out, one of the silvers immediately starts pushing forward. Its target clearly you. Again, you see it sort of propel itself forward upon its tendrils, almost hovering above the hole itself as it is going to shoot its arcane cannon at you.
It's fine, I'm invisible, it can't see me, right? Right?
These boys.
I know, they always could see me, but... pass without a trace.
Well,
Well.
it might not see you because you just see the sort of clouds of dust and rain of rubble as it starts just blasting the area around. As it doesn't hit at all. And
Another big boy.
Nice.
through the hole, again with the crunching noise, a second Archmite reaches the surface. is going to move on and just stay within the horde for now. It is their turn, so Huxley.
I will run 20, 30, 40, 50. There. And rage. Probably.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that means pass without a trace is down. And
Are you controlling the Arc Miner?
oh, am I?
Yes. If you want to.
Well, so I rage, so bolt of lightning shoots out of my chest, and the guy in front of me has to make a con save. DC 20.
One safe escape. 13. And a 1 fails then. Pretty
And with my
spectacular.
thing, the damage is doubled, right? With my
Mm-hmm.
critical 2d6. So 7 lightning damage. Yeah, 7 radiant damage.
Radiant.
It's
Okay.
a bolt of light. And then I will attack twice.
Yeah, as the bolt of lightning shoots out, there is this flash that lights up the rubble around you, and there's a pink scorch mark.
That's a 19 to hit.
19 does not hit.
I'll do it again. Come on. 22 to hit.
22 hits.
Or 28 piercing damage.
Mm-hmm.
And then the arc miner. Is that this one or which one?
The left.
This one. Okay. Is going to move. Okay. Yeah.
You can have a dash though.
Yeah. Guess I can get to here.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Then red.
I suppose.
Where did she go? Oh, there she is. I suppose I'll guru it on the nightmare. And, you know, take a nice opportunity attack. As I fly away. The nightmare flies.
Oh yeah, at the start of your turn, could you also give me a quick
Oh yeah, Constitution. Is that what it is?
Okay. No, it is not a save. It's my fault. I should have rolled. You are bleeding after that.
Yeah.
You take 10 points of necrotic damage.
Okay.
You will continue bleeding for one more turn.
Did it take an opportunity attack?
It is going to try.
Misses.
Okay.
So I'm gonna yell to the miners. Attack the thing closest. For my miners. I'm gonna yell at Huxley. Huxley, we're going. Don't get distracted. I'm gonna go over here. Hold out my hand to Romo.
Mm-hmm.
Pull.
Yeah.
Up behind me. Slide just slightly here, and then offer to go into the ethereal plane with everybody. Since that was Silas's good plan.
Being blinded didn't matter for these guys, right? They can they have like true sight.
Yes. I have true speed.
No, I think this end of my turn we're just hanging out in the ethereal plane.
Okay.
I assume we can be on the same square because it's like
Yeah.
so these miners 30 feet? Yeah, they'll have to dash as well. They can come up, but they can be the same square, like Rick said.
Mhm.
But they had to dash to get there, and that's it.
Okay. And this one is supposed to be. That is its turn. Which means you are on top. So, with red gone, this one is going to then Huxley. Three attacks. My gosh! Okay. Does a 26 and a 30 hit you, Huxley?
Yes. My AC is 20.
You take 13 and 18 points of regular slashing damage, and you are bleeding for 2 turns.
But that gets halved. 13 and 18.
Mhm. And that is its turn. So, Evelyn,
I think I'm in the ethereal plane
you
of
are
range,
in
is that
the
right?
ethereal plane. Yes.
Can I just hang on to the nightmare or saddle up kind of and grapple on or something?
Yeah, I'd say so. You're all on the same plane. You can interact with each other.
Alright, and I'll do that because Nightmare seems much faster than I am. So, and that's my turn.
Okay.
Um,
Oh yeah.
the miners. I mean, Edwin told them to go get ready to set off the bombs, but Rhett told them to go fight the thing.
I told
I
my
don't-
group.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
you've told
you
your
just
group.
control these. As
Gotcha,
if
gotcha,
they
gotcha.
were
I control
your
this.
actual
Okay, cool.
And as we're at the next new turn, and this one has actions now, there's also a second Archmighty.
I guess there's a dash.
Mhm.
And then do you want the last robot-y thing?
Sure.
Now we're all controlling something. And that's it. For me.
35 feet, so if it dashes, it's 70. So 7.
Mhm.
Okay. It's only during my turn, right?
At the end of your turn.
At the end of my turn.
You
okay.
couldn't share your turn with it if you like
Yeah.
do stuff.
But yeah,
together,
for now
but
I just wait
it's-
until it's my
now
turn.
it is your turn.
Oh, it is my
It
turn!
is your turn.
Well. I will move here, hide behind the crane, and then throw a tooth to see what happens with this one. That is a 9, that is pretty decent.
Nuts.
We didn't have that one yet, it's a hell wasp.
Oh.
Reed,
Honey
do
is
your
sweet,
thing.
Flying is neat. In a hive by the heat. Biggest frickin' bees you'll ever meet.
And it's a big bee.
Yes.
It's gonna go at the thing to get its attention. Oh no, it's
Okay.
for first it's gonna move. Let's see what's its movement speed. Let me check. 60 fly. Right. And does it? What kind of attacks does it have? Sting. Sort. Okay, it's close range damage. Right. I guess it's gonna. 20, 30, 40. And it's going to multi-attack. Yeah, just... What's better, this one or that one? Doesn't really matter. It's gonna use double sting, I guess.
I don't know if you care, but all of these do have the saddle on their back that you could easily ride.
I know, but I wanted to, like,
Yeah.
Distract.
distract. Oh, I killed all of you. All of you.
Everyone. Literally everyone. You can
Oh, it's a 15 and a 17 to hit.
15 and 17 do not hit.
Alright. But I'm hopefully... Does it look over there now? Does it got its
You
attention?
certainly got its attention.
Alright. Then I will make one step further that I can move, and then I will use Misty Step. Do I? Do I actually want to use
Do
that?
you? Do you? You want it?
Not yet. It's next turn, I guess. I want to Misty Step into the hole, but Misty Step is only 30 feet.
Move your Archmite.
Oh yeah, it's gonna dash and try to get the attention of this one. It doesn't really have a... No, it does not have an attack. Okay, I mean it used dash anyway, so can't attack. Okay. I think that's it.
The silver is going to turn and attack the bee.
Hey, it's a wasp. Okay.
Was
It's very different from a bee, okay? It's probably gonna die immediately.
do all three of those hit?
Yes.
Everything's dead.
Maybe it's fire damage.
5 and 21 points of regular slashing.
15, 5, and 21.
Mhm.
It's alive, baby.
Still lives. You see the bee get shredded with cuts, but it's still moving. It's still flying.
Has 10 HP left.
It is bleeding, however. And that is their turn. So Huxley.
Punch the construct. Like, did Red say Hux should get on the horse or just get away?
Get in the hole. Huxley, we're going
Horse
now
is
down the hole.
currently not visible. It's in
Yeah,
the
you can't hear me. That's what I
Oh, yeah.
said. We're
You
going
did
now.
very loudly scream, "Go in the hole."
Go in the hole. Okay. I will punch first, twice, and then run. And 21 to hit.
The 21 hits. 18 does not.
Or it should have been 30. No, wait. It should have been 30 damage last turn, and this turn it's 24 damage. And then. Oh, and can you make another con save?
That's like a close to 30.
Yeah. Yep. And this guy is just gonna dash then.
Okay. There is going to be an attack of opportunity at the Arc Miner.
10, 20, 30. So far as we go.
So the Arc Miner takes 6 points of slashing damage, which it can reduce down to 0. So, yeah. There's this hits the strike at the Arc Miner, but it comes away without any damage. Okay. Is that your turn?
Yes.
Rat.
I think we're gonna fly 90 feet. And down a bit.
Mm-hmm.
And I suppose we should reappear to let people know we're in here. So we'll go back into the
Yeah,
prime
if you,
material if everyone's okay with that.
if you reappear, yeah, everyone would say, "Look, you can always drop us off and go get the others."
Right?
The miners have ways of getting down.
Okay. I can see Huxley. I'm sure Soleil sees us. I don't know. It's like,
Or,
Okay,
or not, you don't have to. Just,
he like takes off in his room and is like, wait, the nightmare's listening to me.
well, no. Evelyn got off the horse. She would have not been on the horse. She was just holding on to the horse.
Oh.
So once they get to the tunnel, she would release. So
Yeah,
if
okay.
you were trying to go somewhere with a nightmare,
Oh, I'm
still. Okay, that was all.
not. Yeah, I'm totally good just being here.
That's
But I
fine.
will, with my action, cast polymorph on that thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like an absolute Chad. We can have this No, wait. You know what? I'm feeling ape today. Why
You
not?
feeling AP? You feeling a little...
Thank you for staying alive, B. You're
Yeah,
a
the
Chad.
bee.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, the bee sort of slams down onto the ground, turning into a giant monkey. Giant ape. Sorry. This is...
Yeah. Cool. And I'll yell to my miners. Yeah, get to the hole and follow the plan. I think they know what the plan is. I don't know. We'll start. They can get 60 feet, which is up there.
Mhm.
So yeah. That's my turn.
Okay. Which means this one. This one is going to go to where the action is.
That's fair.
As you are all hovering together in that little bundle, it's going to make one attack each and every one of you.
Including the horse?
Well, no.
Okay, good, good, good.
You can only attack 3 times. So priority would definitely be the people sitting on low. Evelyn, that is a 27.
Yeah.
Red. Red is a 22.
This is
And then... Oh, look at that. I'm sorry, Evelyn. You got the only good roll.
on the back side of the horse. Something just like comes over.
Yeah, it's this rain of whips going on. Evelyn, you take 16 points of non-magical slashing damage. You are bleeding for 1 turn.
Okay.
Oh, did you
And,
roll bleed for me? Was I still bleeding?
You had one more turn of bleed.
Were,
Yeah.
yes. You should have taken 9 more points of necrotic damage.
Thank you.
I was also bleeding.
I should really put these counters where I can see them.
Question is the wasp still bleeding?
jeez.
But because she's
You
because
take
it's
20
an ape
points
now.
of bleed damage, Huxley.
When?
That is necrotic damage. Really good roll, I'm sorry. You are also not over bleeding. And as the wasp is polymorphed, it is not bleeding right now.
No.
Okay. And this thing. 10, 20, just chase after. And it's gonna attack Huxley once and each of the miners once. Huxley, that is 31 points, 31 to hit. God,
Yep, I
I'm
hit.
way ahead of myself. And the miners get hit as well. So Huxley, that is 8 points of non-magical slashing damage, and you are bleeding again.
Which miners were hit?
I think
Both
it's
of
both.
One of this one takes 7 points. 16. I'll write it in their name, how much damage they've taken.
Thank you, thank you.
Turn. And then it is Evelyn's.
Does it seem like Red's intending to keep the nightmare continuing to move into the
I
hole?
think so.
Okay. Then
think
I
the
guess
faster we
Ellen
get
will
out, the
stay
better.
partially hanging on to the nightmare. I don't think she's gonna do anything because magic just seems to attract their attention more. So that is her turn. She's gonna.
You could heal yourself if you're bleeding. Or
Yeah,
are
but
you?
that's again magic. So
Oh
probably.
wait, you're bleeding.
Oh yeah, I am bleeding.
Yeah, that's what I was
I
saying.
think-
Like,
Yeah,
But I only
damn it,
had
why
one-
did I give you
arcane
the actions
ablation
for
yourself
mine.
or something.
You take 12 points of necrotic.
Wait, so, back. It was just one turn of bleed, or how many turns?
It was just one. You got only.
It doesn't really matter then.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna hang out. I don't want to draw any more attention to the tunnel than need be. And then the miners are gonna move. Where, as miners, where would they think is the best place to set up bomb or the bomb?
They would likely place the bombs right here, just on this sort of shelf of rock.
Okay.
As long as you get them here, they can use the action to place the bombs.
Well, that's a dash to get there.
Mhm.
So, they'll next turn be able to set bomb. That is it for me.
Okay. Next up, Silas.
Alright. Ten, 20, 30, dash, 10, 20, jump. Whoa!
Going down?
Yep.
Okay.
In the meantime, this guy
Silas off the map.
dashes in front of this one to kind of block the way, but it's a dash, so he can't do shit. And I guess the ape is gonna do ape things and like bumps his chest and starts whatever the ape can do.
Yeah, he can only do bludgeoning damage, so
Just punching. Okay, just starts punching.
they're immune to bludgeoning damage, so
Yeah, he just starts punching.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I mean, probably like, grabs onto the tendrils and such. He's definitely being a nuisance.
Oh, he just goes. You know what? He's gonna go for the grapple.
oh,
He's gonna go for. Okay, yeah, that makes.
I feel like
yeah,
that's
that makes
better.
sense.
Yeah,
How big is the ape?
I have no idea. Huge.
Is
Is he
Okay.
actually huge? Okay.
He is.
Which means it's huge against huge. It's just a straight roll off.
What's the
Plus
modifier?
9.
Plus 9
Yeah.
for strength. Okay.
Oh,
Natural 20. Oh
Ugh.
no. I mean, I'm
I
gonna
mean,
roll.
this thing is built for grappling. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The ape puts up an effort.
Not too shabby with a 25, but not
Tendrils
good enough.
are difficult to actually hold on to. They just sort of slid back out of his grasp every time.
And that's my quick turn.
Okay. Yeah, right. You move the Arcana, and then we are on to number 2, which is there in front of the ape, and it's gonna attack the ape. 3 attacks.
You could probably just roll damage.
Yeah.
Its AC is 12, so
That could be a 1.
That was
be
close to a
natural
1.
No.
At least they don't need to act. He takes 19, 14, and 9 points of slashing damage.
42 in total.
It's also bleeding, but I'll handle that when I get to it. Guess I'll change that. Okay.
How much health does the ape have?
He's started at
Huxley
157.
first.
Oh, okay.
It bleed. This time I thought of it. You take 8 points of necrotic damage. And it's your turn.
Will punch. This guy. Uh, and 18 to hit. So he takes 25 damage and con save as well. And then I'm gonna run.
Con save saves.
Get to here.
He is gonna attack of opportunity. Does a 23 hit?
Yes.
Non-magical slashing and 1 stack of bleed.
And
You
this
jump
guy
down the
will-
hole?
Yes.
Okay. Then he goes down the hole.
And this guy also goes down the hole.
Okay. Red.
Say everybody at the bottom. I think we all go down.
Does everyone also go down?
Yeah, I was saying held on to the horse.
And the whole group goes down.
And these guys get here and they have an action, so I don't know their way of getting down, but
Okay. Yeah. You hear this sort of almost like a crash of glass as each one of them drinks a vial. And as they hop down as a group, they
That's a lot of gold that was gulped down there for a moment.
slow fall down. Okay.
soon it will just be monkey.
Wrap around. to
Another.
pop.
I don't know if they'll be able to set off the explosive thing.
Peg the miner.
The miners just need to set it and jump. And monkey will go out in a blaze of glory.
The miners have taken a total of 61 points of damage. One on. You probably you see like one of the miners just sort of fall past you down the hole. As a couple of them go down. And then that is that one's turn, which means it would be Avon's turn. You can just control.
Yeah,
these
they
pieces.
Set the explosives? Is that
Then
just their
all of them
action,
but
or-
one can jump down. As long as they one left to hold his action and trigger the explosives.
Except that if that one
Unless-
goes down,
Exactly. They can all remain to hold their action to do that thing.
yeah.
Okay.
It's a suicide mission.
Silas, the ape does bleed. The ape takes 15 points of necrotic damage. Is it still up?
It is. I'm pretty
Okay.
sure.
Then what
Yeah.
do ape do?
Have it push the miners.
Ape will grapple
Rubble.
and try to like move the thing towards where the explosion is gonna happen.
Beautiful.
Jeez, okay. That is strength 13. You would have to beat a 23.
It's a 22 plus 9, right?
Yeah.
22. So close.
Just short. It's so close. You definitely have it fully occupied though. And its attention is fully on the monkey, which it is going to attack. Oh, there we go. There's the one.
Mm-hmm.
That's the 17 hit.
Yeah.
Yeah, everything hits. That's not a natural one.
This one's 16. I'll just do this one as disadvantage for the last one, which is exactly the same, so it didn't really matter.
So 46 in
So,
total.
16 and 8. No, that one was
The
just a
30 was-
disadvantage roll.
Oh, okay.
So 24 points of damage on the monkey. Slashing, not magic.
Alright, monkey still going strong.
Okay.
Oh yeah, and the other
Is
thing
this
is
thing
gonna
jump down. Oh,
the
yeah,
other thing is
you are
gonna
fine.
punch the silver. No, it's not punch. Is it punching? It's vice.
one?
No, drill bitting is the more.
Using its drill bit, its
Uh,
arm starts spinning and extremely high speed, and it is going to just
and just try it.
drill punch.
It's gonna try it twice. Plus 10 to hit. Okay. (18 and 16). Bad.
18 and 16 both do not hit. There's this shower of sparks as the drill connects with the silver, but it manages to just sort of slightly dexterously move that the drill does not fully find any
And
punch.
out of shame, it's gonna jump into the hole.
Okay. To arrival. Means,
Mm-hmm.
oh, see.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, hold on.
Yeah.
I don't think it would. I think this
Think it'd
thing
jump in the
jumps
hole.
off.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, makes sense.
And then we wrap around, and this guy is going to keep attacking. No? Although you were holding an action with the miners. Hold on.
I wasn't holding an action, I just had to wait till their next turn.
Didn't you set the charges last turn though?
Yeah, but I think that took the action to set the charges.
Yes. Okay.
So
do
they
not
need-
have any movement left?
I think they needed their potions or something? Am I wrong on that?
That is true. Otherwise, they will just fall. It's
Yeah.
a long way to go, though. Okay.
I mean, that's your call with these beggars. Would they just jump and hope to be able to drink their potions before they hit?
They'd probably run.
Better than being slaughtered by these beasts.
So,
But I think they had to activate the charge still. I
Yeah.
think that's what I was waiting for, was they needed their
Yeah.
next turn to turn on the to set off the charge.
Okay, so they take.
Oof.
Yeah.
They are at a total of 105 damage taken. There are less than half of them remaining.
Still enough to light a fuse.
Okay, and then it is their turn, their action.
Then they would. I mean, is the potion a bonus action for them?
They can take the potion and jump.
So, because they need, I think they needed their. You said they needed their action to set off the charge,
Yeah. So one
or
of
one
them,
person had to stay.
Since there's multiple of them, one of them can just sort of trigger the charge, and that
Hold
one
on to the
person is probably not gonna make it down anyway.
Okay.
You can catch him when he jumps.
Well, here's the thing, right? You don't really have a fuse, and the fuse would,
Yeah.
potentially allow them more time. One of them is gonna pull the trigger eventually.
And they're gonna blow up with it. That's fine. So the rest will jump.
That's fine.
One will pull the trigger. Mechanically, I was like, I just need enough meat shield there to make them last through pulling the trigger.
Yeah.
But I assumed that they were gonna keep getting slaughtered.
Okay. The rest jump, and as they fall, one of them pulls the pin eventually. At which point, above you, you just see this massive flash of light and a tremor shake through the area. And as I change map, I would say that was a good time. 10 to 15 minute break.
Yes.
And we'll be back and probably play for more minute. How long did you have time today, Anna?
I would say maximum 1 more hour.
Okay. Yep. Then back in a couple minutes.
Alrighty.
4.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm just gonna fly. So that was 30, 40, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. Yeah. So these two also take 4 lightning damage.
Okay.
That's my turn.
Sparks fly as you lightning strikes, and you deal full damage. It doesn't appear that these creatures are vulnerable to lightning, but they also don't seem resistant. Violet. Could you give me a DC 13 strength save?
Me?
Mm-hmm. For the horse.
I killed Ablin. 17.
Okay. You see this sort of beam shoot out from the spider that strikes the horse. There's almost this light that engulfs, and there's this sudden pull downward that you feel. but the horse resists the nightmare, and the effect subsides.
Our strength base for the horse is only 16, not 17, if that matters.
Still safe.
Okay.
And oh yeah, Huxley, this Archminder is yours to command.
Yes. This one at the back.
Mm-hmm.
So it will go. Can it like push past everyone and get to here?
I would say, considering that it's huge, it wouldn't quite be able to push
Yeah.
through. It would have to, in this case, move around. It could sort of clip it on the side, but not directly through.
But could it somehow get to like over here?
Only if it walked through the water.
Yeah, I can walk through the water.
There's a splash of water as the construct walks through the water. On the line of water behind it.
There.
Okay. Is that its turn?
Yeah, it has a dash.
Okay. Then, yes, it is initiative turn 20. With another one of these lights. And unfortunately also, right next to it, one of the servers. Having jumped in right after. Silver gets to go. Okay. Red, it is your turn.
It's beautiful. I love everything about this.
Uh-oh.
No, I won't mow down our own people. It's fine. Okay. I can all accept this one. I will first step to the side and give Evelyn the like your parents do when the kids are about to fly forward when you come to a stop in the car. Like try to move her backwards with one arm.
Sure.
And then it will careful spell. So these two can succeed saves. And then it's dexterity saves from everything else.
Okay.
Except that one.
Doesn't careful just mean they roll with advantage?
Nope, they succeed.
Oh, right.
What's the DC?
19.
Okay.
Yes, no damage.
So, all of the crabs save. I think none of the other ones.
That is 23 piercing damage. Or 12 if they saved. So 12 piercing damage to Huxley and this thing. Unless they have additional resistances.
Did Huxley also have to make a save?
I succeeded it for you with a careful spell. Meta magic.
So 12 piercing.
The golem is probably going to use its thick armor
Sure.
and reduce the damage down to 2.
Oh, it already has resistance as well.
Oh yeah, it takes 1 damage.
Yep.
Mhm.
Okay. Again, a hail of bullets rains down. This thing looks almost completely destroyed. And the rest looks slightly damaged, but very much alive.
Okay. The miners take 2 attacks. A natural 1. And a 21. On the thing
21
right
hits.
beside him. Okay. 68.
Wait, what was the other one?
Natural
Oh, it's a
one.
natural 1.
Natural. The next attack
35.
against them will be at advantage.
That's fair. 35.
Hmm.
Letting.
It looks pretty damaged.
That's my turn.
Okay. Evelyn.
E. Um. mhm. Okay, yeah, I will. Go ahead and yeah, I'm going to did it look like it didn't look like there was any resistance to fire damage, is there?
No, didn't seem like it.
Okay. Is this one in the air? Or did
Nope.
it just jump?
These are all on the ground.
Okay. Oh, shot a beam, that's right. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and attack this one with shocking grasp. So that is 18 to hit.
18 hits.
And that deals 20 lightning damage.
Which one was that on again?
This one. And that was using the grappling hook to technically grapple shock it.
Mm-hmm.
And then a second attack jumping from grappling this one to attempting to grapple this one.
Okay. As you jump onto this one and
Hmm.
shock it, it goes limp.
Wonderful. So that's nice. 19. 30? No, 20. No, yeah, 30. 30 to hit the other one.
That'll hit.
And that is... That is 14 points of lightning damage. She goes to that one with shocking grasp,
Looks
and then we'll
fairly damaged.
use her movement to fly.
I see, not touching the water.
No, not touching that water. Heck no. That's a trap if I've ever seen one.
Vicious.
Where's my little thing? Here. And so 5. Here, but it's gonna go up 20 feet. Yeah. So she was probably from the back way. So she's probably up. Yeah, she's gonna go up 30 feet. We'll just go here. 30 feet. Right. And that is my turn.
Okay. You are not in control of them. So. Nice. This one's gonna continue moving up. There would be an attack of opportunity if you wanted with the Arc Miner Huxley.
Yes. Oh, wait. 13.
13 do not hit. And this one's gonna fire at the Arc Miner, and these two are gonna respectively fire at Evelyn and Silent with their excavation beam. Three each
At me or at the horse?
at you specifically.
Okay.
Wait, hold on. No, at the horse. You're invisible.
Yeah, I was about to say, then they have disadvantage.
At the horse, it is. Evelyn. That is. I can do math. 21 to hit.
I'm
24
gonna
to hit, and 16.
I'm gonna shield so only one of those hits.
Okay. One hit. That is 26 points of fire damage. Then at the Nightmare, that is 2 non-natural 20s to hit and a 14.
Hits both.
The 14 as well?
Yeah. Is it fire damage?
Yes.
It's immune to fire damage.
Oh, okay. So it gets lasered by these 3 beams and it doesn't do anything. And then one of them attacks the Arc Miner, which the AC is 21. Oh wow. 2 net ones?
Sounds like it's got a bullet somewhere. Important.
Um, instead of the attacks, could I please get a DC 16 Dex save from everyone within 30 feet of it?
Which one?
10, 20, 30. That would be Huxley, the Arc Miner, and Red and the Miner.
Deck save, is this an effect that I can see?
Yeah, you'd be able to see this.
So I have half cover, so I succeed. The miners rolled a natural 1 on account of me using them as cover.
Yep.
16 from me and a 15 from you.
Hey. The Arc Miner. Well, everyone takes 23 points of force damage, except if you save. If you save, you take half of that damage, which would be 12 points of force.
What's the DC?
DC is 16. As this explosion rings out, I can also tell that these two are definitely affected. The other trap appears not to be. Hey. Then silence.
How high is the ceiling in this room?
Fairly high, about 50 feet.
Okay. I will go higher, I guess as high as possible, and start flying towards this direction. And as I pass Aiblinn, I'm gonna ask her, do we have any means of destroying that big fan over there? And he starts shooting all around him.
Probably some form of control that you can break. Maybe.
Big power cable going to it.
Right, I continue shooting while I move over there. I guess both of these little spiders get a shot. And I guess the three closest to me basically get one shot each.
Mm-hmm.
There's a natural 20 among those. Let's just go from there to there. So the lowest one is a 21 to hit.
21 hits. So
They all hit, and one
Which
is
one does the crit go on?
the big one.
The quab. Okay.
Oh, I have to. This is the. Let's do the normal hits first. So the first one really not that great, but 11 points of damage to this one.
Mm-hmm. Enough to destroy it.
Also not great, but 12 points of damage to the other small one.
It looks almost entirely shattered, but
And the
now
crit
it's still there.
is double the dice. Plus 7, that is 23 damage.
Mm-hmm.
Piercing and lightning mixed.
Okay.
And let me just, I started over here. That's 10, 20, 30, 40, I guess 50, 60, 70, 80, 90 over there. And that's my turn.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, the big one is gonna start and do a Vice Claw against the silver.
Mm-hmm.
It's plus 12, right? Yeah. Okay.
Do keep in mind that silvers are immune to bludgeoning damage in this form.
That's fine. I want to grapple it. Grapple it. And that's a 30 to hit.
30 definitely hits.
So yeah, it takes no damage, but
Oh. Yeah, this is large or small? Oh yeah, they are large. Never mind. You are absolutely right. Yeah, it is restrained.
yeah. And
I'm
Yeah,
the one who's wrong.
no damage, but it's grappled. And for the duration of the, I can do a drill bit attack as my second attack while it's grappled, right? That's how I
Mhm.
understand it. And that's what I'm gonna do.
You also have advantage.
Mm-hmm. $22 to hit.
That'll hit.
How many dice is that again? 8d4 plus 6? Okay.
Plus
Yeah.
44. So you have advantage.
Plus 44, yeah.
Yep.
Plus 6, 31.
Okay. 31 points on yours.
That's its turn.
Its arm starts drilling as it spins fast, as it just to damage the exterior shell of the silver. Sparks fly. And then it is okay. Well, the one closest to Huxley is gonna attack Huxley with an acid spray. A 15-foot cone, so it will also hit the arc mine. Could you please give me a DC 16 saving throw?
Deck save.
Yes.
Uh, 20. So.
Mm-hmm.
And 7 from the arc right.
You take 39 points of acid damage if you fail, and you take half if you succeed. The arc miner is up to 30 points of damage. is their turn. Which means the silver gets to make a turn, and it is going to simply try and attack the Arcanine. Oh, geez.
Disadvantage, then yeah.
Yep.
Cool.
Cool.
Cool, 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 cool.
Cool.
That's very cool.
Cool. Yeah, it doesn't manage to do anything. And that is its turn, so Huxley.
Yeah, I will punch the thing in front of me. Twice. Uh, 27 and a 23 to hit.
Those hit.
So 28 lightning damage.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Looking
also
pretty bad.
12 lightning damage from
Well.
just being in my space.
It is destroyed. Spasming under the lightning, it goes limp. A last two spawn.
And I'm gonna fly over these two, so they also take
This
12
one is
lightning
instantly destroyed. It had like 2 HP left.
12. Oh, well, I can make it to this one, so this one also takes 12.
Mm-hmm.
And that's my
Does not. Too good. And at this point, I know we're mid combat, and I hate doing this, but with the turn of the Golemite, we'll call it for. So go ahead and what's the Golemite do?
I'll punch this guy in front of it. It's 21
Double hit.
You could do it
8.
up to 3 times. Or wait. Oh, 2 times, right?
Can
Yeah,
attack
2
twice.
attacks.
That is 26 damage.
Mm-hmm.
Grapples and hits again. So 10, so...
As it is restrained, you roll the second attack with advantage.
Oh. One again? 4, 84.
12d4 because you had it. Yeah, 12d4 right here.
Ah.
Do you want to roll it?
Six, 32.
Mm-hmm.
And if it's still alive, we'll make another attack.
It can only do 2 attacks. It is still alive, but it is purely in its.
I thought it can.
Oh yeah, as a bonus action. True.
Yeah.
No, you're absolutely right. I'm an idiot.
Okay, 27.
Oh, nice to know. I could have done an additional attack.
I'll give it to you because I forgot about the bonus action.
So that's 34.
Okay. Well, if you would like, Alavan, you can do the other attack with this one.
Cool.
And this one. Guys, I'm gonna need another DC 16 deck save from Red to Arc Miner. And again.
It's another 34 damage for the silver.
Mhm.
Although I have to hit to attack to hit first, right? Roll to hit first.
Yeah, but it is with it, right?
Yeah.
The other ones didn't blow up, right?
Nope.
Okay, I hit. It's a 24. So
One of them
Only
did.
the crab.
There were 3 of these. One is blown up. This was the second one. And this one probably will as well.
So that is
Am I-
16 points of force damage. Half if you save.
Am I
16.
in range or no?
You would be in range, yes.
Just deck save, right?
Your miner succeeded, so he doesn't take any damage, right?
It takes half of 16, but he has thick plating still. So.
Yeah.
Oof. I appreciate these guys shielding me, but they're getting wrecked.
Okay. So, the other miners come down at the end of this turn, and they go and fuse with them.
Does that increase their health?
It does.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
What was left of the others has joined the fray. And at this point, let's go back to the top of initiative, is where we will call it for tonight. Because Alvan, I believe, has to go.
yeah, nice, nice.
And we'll
That was
continue
fun.
this
It's
next
still
time.
fun.
was fun. Yeah.
We should just
Thanks,
like
Bagger.
kill the silver.
Thank you guys for session, and see you next time.
Thank you. See ya next time.
Okay.